New WarGear is available during the Steam Next Fest. Talon, being a rogue, fits extremely well in the jungle, so I decided to take him exclusively to the lane. And never leave. Doing this makes selecting our first quest pretty easy. We won't see a single sacred shrine through the whole playthrough, but we will level up regularly. We will also have a lot less gold than usual, as all gold mines require accessing the jungle except for the very first one. I've done multiple attempts at this point, trying to finish the demo map without ever entering the jungle using Talon. There is 2 bosses in our way to victory, and the difficulty in finishing this whole thing will be to stay ahead of the enemy scaling. Normally the jungle builds an enormous amount of power, both for your WarGear and lane defenders, helping you keep up with the scaling overall. The new hero or WarGear is pretty neat. We have no new essences or skills in the demo to my knowledge, so our unlockable skills are more or less the same as you've seen earlier in the demo versions. Talon comes with a few new cool tricks, however. We have a straight line dash that's dealing significant damage to enemies actually. We also have this AoE where we jump into the air dealing damage in an area and also launching backwards a short distance. You're actually invincible while in there as well, so it's a really good way of avoiding damage. Defensively, Talon have a shadow ability to avoid detection and also disengage encounters fairly easy. Last but not least, Talon's passive provides a 10% attack speed bonus, stacking for each attack up to a total of 10 stacks, effectively doubling Talon's attack speed. Push early and push hard. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, already pushing into the first boss area. Maybe a bit too early for a complete boss battle, time to fall back. First level up. Extra warriors in the lane may be good for us. If we're able to collect fate crystals in the jungle, this evolution would be incredibly strong. But I'm sure we can make use of it with evolutions and the shardsmith's shop later on. We can also build our first building here. The tavern not only provides access to mercenaries, but more importantly provides a small amount of extra gold each night, which quickly adds up actually. Time to start dealing some actual damage to the first boss. We could solo him if we were able to avoid all the damage. With the next wave of enemies arriving, it makes it quite hard to avoid damage, however. Let's fall back and deal with the enemy wave before the large nightly wave arrives. We can build the archery hall for some extra damage, plus the free round upgrade for the tavern, doubling the amount of mercenaries we can actually recruit in the shop. Once we have unlocked Blazing Light, dealing with these large waves becomes a lot easier. The Master of Devastation evolution, increasing fire damage by 25%, also adds to this. Time to give the first boss a run for his money. Staying behind the boss, you can usually avoid most of the damage. We can use the dagger deluge to avoid a lot of the damage as well, even if we're missing the boss with the damage itself. When fighting someone with 25 times more health points than yourself, not taking damage is usually more important than the pure DPS. The boss's 25,000 HP versus my 1,000 HP is one of these situations. I managed to bring him to his knees just in time for the next enemy wave to arrive. Leveling up, we get to select between alchemy training and orb of light. We won't use any potions in this run. They only spawn in the jungle, and orb of light, while not great for bosses, will help us with clearing the incoming waves, especially at night. The shards from the boss kill gives us Celestial Core. Increasing our fate boosts our Blazing Light damage and also gives us a free soldier in lane for each 5 fate that we collect. The second shard gives us a cooldown reduction and some amplified rage. It seems we are more of a caster than an auto-attack monster. I will note, Talon really shines when you are able to build up his auto attacks in the jungle. Combined with the attack speed from the passive, it's quite easy to snowball to a boss killing machine if you are not doing silly challenges like myself. We are already at the final boss on day 2. That's actually really good. The dragon can also be killed super early if you are able to dodge the damage itself. I'm just not that good, but we deal a good amount of damage. At this point, I felt pretty good, until the game started tanking insane amounts. I'm not sure why these performance issues occurs. It rarely happens before I kill the first boss. Not sure if maybe after you kill the first boss, there's some changes in how enemy spawns. I'm actually not sure, it's really weird. After taking a lot of unnecessary damage, I decide to move out and try again once I have a friendly wave with me. More than 50% of the health bar in my first attempt, and getting out alive isn't too bad after all. Realizing how long time it takes for my waves to travel to the end of the map, I really should have bought the upgrade to population in the tavern already. We make it all the way to the first boss area before my first friendly wave catches up with me. And they still make it all the way to the bridge in front of the first towers before it's all dealt with. Lots of money available. Let's get the shardsmiths building. Our only reoccurring access to shards. These are usually a no-brainer. Just get whatever is offered. Even with the reduced income, I don't really feel like there is much of a reason to avoid buying all of the shards in the shop. And here is a good one. Dagger Storm allows us to use our passive ability, Accelerating Lacerations, to double the damage with our one ability, Dagger Deluge. Talon's evolutions, in my experience, is well put together so far. A lot of it builds around the passive lacerations stacks, and the Dagger Deluge ability feels more like a strong option for a single target, in and out sort of damage dealer, up close and personal, only to disengage and disappear after getting that one key assassination. I didn't realize this before, but the boss has regenerated some health since we last fought him. He also gained 9000 max HP compared to last time. Makes sense that scaling also impacts the bosses, just never actually paid attention to it before. Again, I keep having this funky stuff happening with my game freezing, so eventually ends up retreating again. I'm getting slightly worried, as you will usually have a hard time pushing back the enemy waves once you hit day 4. The night falls and day 4 is upon us. Alright now, the enemy wave has 600 health and takes significantly more to defeat. Despite this, the enemy wave only reaches the first boss area this time. This is why we got the blazing light before. 2 casts while retreating really thins out the herds. We got a good amount of soldiers behind us now as well. Is this it? Dreadwing finally going down? Before then, we have some more enemies to deal with. Zombies now have scaled up to 1000 HP, and it takes a lot more to beat them up. But I brought an army, and you stand no chance, Dreadwing. And that's how we beat the demo with Talon, the jungler, by day 4, without ever accessing the jungle. I had pretty fun. Hope you did too. Talon will be available in the demo until March 9th. If you would like to see more of what I do or take a look at the game yourself, you can find links in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.